numbers. For the sake of conversation, we will use their numbers. Okay? From 2010 to 2012, the average pre-tax income of a white family was $63,935. I repeat, from 2010 to 2012, the average pre-tax income for a white American family, Caucasian American, was $63,935. The average pre-tax income for a American African family was $45,287. The top three expenses for white and black families has been housing, transportation, and food. Housing, transportation, and food, with the greatest percentage of that being spent on housing. The unemployment rate for the American African is twice that of the Caucasian. The Caucasian's unemployment rate in the United States is 3%. The American African unemployment rate in the United States is 6%. However, I need you all to understand that the unemployment statistic does not take into consideration incarcerated Africans. It does not take into consideration incarcerated Africans, nor does it take into consideration Africans who are not looking for work, which is to say that particularly when speaking to black men, the unemployment rate for black men is significantly more than twice that of white males. In America, black people still only earn 59 cents to every white dollar. In America, black people still only earn 59 cents for every dollar that white people earn. White households earn more than White households earn more than $29,000 every year than the black household. I repeat, the white household earns $29,000 more than the average black household, which is to say that white America is bringing home an extra paycheck when compared to black America. I said white America is bringing home an extra paycheck when compared to black America, when you look at the fact that they're earning $29,000 more annually against the black family. The median wealth, and I want y'all to listen to this. I want y'all to listen to this because I think my last Kwanzaa seminar will be dedicated to revolutionary New Year's resolutions. New Year revolutionary resolutions for the global African family. New Year revolutionary resolutions for the global African family. That's going to be New Year's Day. We need some New Year revolutionary resolutions. Not just a New Year's resolution, but we need some revolutionary New Year resolution. So, brothers and sisters, pay attention to this next statistic. Pay attention to this next statistic. The median wealth of the black family in America today is $17,000. I want to repeat this. The median wealth of the black family in America today is $17,000. That is less than 1/10 of the median wealth of the white family. The median wealth of the white family in the United States is $171,000. I want to repeat that. I want to repeat that. I want to repeat that. The median wealth of the black family is $17,000. The median wealth of the white family is $171,000. I'm going to say it again. I want y'all to look at the great inequity, the great disparity. I want y'all to look at the great disparity in black wealth versus white wealth in America. I'm going to say it again. The median wealth of a black family in America today is $17,000. 17, compared to the median wealth of a white family in America, which is $171,000. That means that the median wealth of the white family is more than $150,000 more than the median wealth of the black family. The median wealth of the white family is more than $150,000 more than the median wealth of the black family. And you think that the most important thing you can do is go vote. And you think the most important thing you can do is go vote. And you think the most important thing that you can do is go vote. Less than half of all blacks in America own a house compared to 75% of whites. Less than half of all blacks in America own their own home compared to 75% of white people who own their own home. So I ask you, brothers and sisters, I ask you, who has been misleading you into believing that you are doing better? And if you are doing better today than you were doing 100 years ago, why don't you have the Black Wall Streets that we had in Rosewood, Florida 100 years ago? If you are doing better today than you were doing 100 years ago, why don't you have the Black Wall Streets like you had in Tulsa, Oklahoma 100 years ago? If you are doing better today than you were doing 100 years ago, then why don't you have your Black Star Line steamships on the water like the most honorable Marcus Garvey had? If you are doing better today than you were doing 100 years ago, why don't you have the gas stations, the hotels, the supermarkets that you used to have 100 years ago? My question to the black bourgeoisie, my question to the black bourgeoisie, my question to the black bourgeoisie, upon what factors are you drawing the conclusion that black people have made significant progress over the past 100 years? Because my research and my analysis proves that the black bourgeoisie has been misinforming and misleading black people into thinking they're doing better when they're actually doing worse. Let me say this. Let me say this. The definition that the black bourgeoisie is using to inform black people into thinking that they believe they're doing better can be summed up in one word. The strategy of the black bourgeoisie that is convincing our people that we are doing better now than we were 100 years ago can be summed up in one word, and that one word is tokenism. That one word is tokenism. That one word is tokenism. What is the definition of tokenism? Tokenism is the political, economic strategy of making a whole people think they're doing better because a few tokens are doing better. Let me repeat it. Tokenism is the political economic strategy of making 40 million American Africans think they are doing better just because a few tokens are doing better. once you tear off the illusion of inclusion, once you eliminate the illusion of inclusion, once you wake up from the black bourgeoisie hypnosis, you will see that you are not doing better and that they have been using tokenism to brainwash you into thinking that you are. Less than half of all blacks own their own home as compared to 75% of whites. The average household, black household, only has $17,000 in wealth, whereas the average white household has $171,000 of wealth. The incarceration rate for black people in America is 6 times greater than the incarceration rate of white America. The incarceration rate of black America is 6 times higher than the incarceration rate of white America. America leads the world in mass incarceration, and black people are the most incarcerated. America leads the world in mass incarceration per capita, and black people are the most incarcerated. So what that means is America leads the world in locking up black people. America leads the world in locking up black people. Who said this was the land of the free? Who said this was the land of the free? Let me continue with some more statistics. According to the research, 20 years after graduating from college, 20 years after graduating from college, 20 years after graduating from college, the average black college graduate, 20 years after, not 2 years after they graduate college, not 5 years after they graduate college, not 10 years after they graduate college, 20 years after the average black college graduate earns their degree, 20 years later, they still owe 95% of their student loans. A generation later, and we still owe 95% of our student loan debt. Do you know what that means? That means your first 20 years of college, you pay your student loans, the first 20 years of college, and that whole 20 years of college only went to finance the interest on the loan. You never touched the capital. 20 years after paying on a student loan, you never touched the capital. You've only paid the interest. 20 years after we graduate, we still owe 95% of student debt after 20 years. That should be a crime. That should be a crime. That should be a crime. How can you pay your student loan every month on time for 20 years and still owe 95% of the debt on your student loan, compared to whites who only owe 6% of debt on their outstanding student loans? How is it that black America still owes 95% of their student loans after 20 years, but white America only owes 6% of their student loans after 20 years? And you're telling me that the most important thing I can do is to go pray in church and go vote for Joe Biden? You are out of your mind. The most important thing I can do is go pray in church and go vote for Joe Biden. You are absolutely out of your mind. Isn't it amazing that they have no problem, the bank has no problem giving black people car loans, house loans, student loans? The banks don't have no problem giving black people car loans, house loans, and student loans. But the banks never like to give you business loans. Why is it black people can qualify for all the student loans they want? Black people can qualify for all the car loans they want. Black people can qualify for all the house loans they want, but black people almost never qualify for a business loan. Why does America's banks love to give black people car loans, student loans, and house loans, but America doesn't like to give black people business loans? Because when they give you a student loan, they know you're going to be paying it off for the rest of your life. They are investing in your debt. When they give you a car loan, they know that that car isn't going to be worth half of its value in 5 years. They are investing in your debt, but you will still be paying off that car even when it no longer has value. You will still be left paying tens of thousands of dollars off that car note even when the car no longer has value. Why they like to give you a house loan? You know why they like to give you a home loan? Because they know that that home loan is going to be for a 30-year mortgage. In some cases, 40, 50-year mortgage. And many of us will be dead and our children will be paying off the home loans because we should have never got a home loan for 30, 40, and 50 years. What is that? The Frederick Douglass Mortgage Program, the Sojourner Truth Mortgage Program, the Nat Turner Mortgage Program, a 30-year home loan, and then they make you think this is your house. It ain't your house until you pay it off. It is not your house until you pay it off. Stop taking these 30-year home loans. Stop taking these 30-year home loans, because when you go to the ancestors, and your children pick up that loan and you know that they don't have the discipline or commitment to paying off that house, you done already spent the greater portion of your retirement paying off that house. And as soon as you die, the house goes back to the bank. As soon as you die, the house goes back to the bank, not to mention the property tax. We just talking about the mortgage. We're not even talking about the property tax. We're talking about the mortgage. We're not even talking about the property tax. Most blacks are in the inner city suffering from gentrification, where they're raising up the property value and the tax value. And they want to sell you a 30-year loan for a house. What the hell I want a 30-year mortgage for? I'm not taking out no 30-year mortgage. You don't get wealthy with no 30-year mortgage, brothers and sisters. But they're not giving us the business loans because they don't want to finance our economic independence. They only want to finance your debt. The white banks only want to finance your home debt, your school debt, your car debt. They do not want to finance your economic independence. That's why we need revolutionary black banks. That's why we need revolutionary black banks. That's why we need revolutionary black banks, brothers and sisters. 20 years after you graduated, you still owe 95% of your student loan, but white folks only owe 6% after 20 years. Let's continue. Let's continue. Brothers and sisters, although we know we suffer economic apartheid in America, although we know we suffer economic apartheid in America, although we know we suffer economic apartheid in America, brothers and sisters, I want to say this. I want to say this. We are participating in our own economic lynching with our dysfunctional spending habits. We are participating in our own economic lynching with our dysfunctional spending habits. We are participating in our own economic lynching with our own dysfunctional spending habits. Let's talk about it. Oh, and we're going to talk about the black church. We're going to talk about the black church. We're going to talk about the black. Oh, yes, we are not going to let the black church get away tonight. We are not going to let the black church get away tonight, because the black church is one of the top blood suckers in the black community. The black church is one of the top blood suckers in the black community. I am not attacking religion. I'm talking about pimps in the pulpit who do not use your collection money to reinvest in your community. I am not talking about Christianity. I am not talking about Islam. I am not talking about Judaism. I'm talking about the pimps in the pulpit and in the masjid who collect your money and do not reinvest that money into the black community. There are exceptions to the rule. Not every church, not every masjid. There are exceptions to the rule. Not every church, not every masjid, but the exceptions are few and far in between. The exceptions are few and far in between. Now let's talk about your dysfunctional spending habits for a minute. We got 2 hours before the full moon tonight. Let's talk about your dysfunctional spending habits. Black people spend $573.6 million. Let's round it off. $574 million every year on beauty and grooming products such as soap and bath products. Can somebody explain to me? Can somebody explain to me why are we spending over $500 million on beauty and grooming products? I mean, my goodness. What kind of soap are you getting for $574 million? What kind of bubble bath are you using, black woman? What kind of bubble bath are you using, black woman, that's costing us $574 million a year? We are an economically retarded people. We are a economically retarded people. We got the nerve to be crying about what the government isn't doing. We got the nerve to be crying about what Donald Trump didn't do. We got the nerve to be crying about what Joe Biden is not going to do. But look at what we are not doing for ourselves. $574 million on soap and bath shower products. You have lost your mind. You have lost your mind. It gets worse than that. It gets worse than that, brothers and sisters. Kevin Gilliam, you're about to go to the block party, my brother. I didn't say you couldn't have soap, you jackass. I said we don't need to spend $574 million on soap. That's what I said. African people invented soap. Why would we not be able to use the soap? We can get black soap imported from the mother continent. We can get black soap imported from the mother continent. We can get black soap imported from the mother continent. And by doing so, we can keep our costs down, and we can at the same time be investing in African infrastructure for those who are not afraid and unashamed and insecure about being an African. Why can't we import African black soap without all the side effects and all the toxic chemicals? Why can't we wholesale import African black soap, which is the best soap I've ever used? No soap I bought from the drugstore is better than African black soap. So why can't we import African black soap? And by doing so, we're investing in Africa. That's why we need the Black Star Line. That's why we need an American African independent distribution network. That's why we need that. Any disrespectful comments, I'm sending you to the block party tonight. I'm sending you to the block party tonight. Listen up, brothers and sisters. Let's continue, because it gets worse than that. 63% of black people who were surveyed said that they like to buy from Saks Fifth Avenue, Neiman Marcus, and Bloomingdale's. 63% of black people surveyed said they like to buy from Saks Fifth Avenue, number 1, Neiman Marcus, number 2, Bloomingdale's, number 3. Can I ask you a question? Because I've never shopped at Saks. I've never shopped at Saks Fifth Avenue. I've never shopped at Neiman Marcus. I think I might have been in Bloomingdale's once, maybe once, over 20 years ago when I was in college. Maybe. Bloomingdale's sounds like it's ringing a bell. Maybe. But I definitely never shopped in Saks. I never shopped in Neiman Marcus. And if I did go to Bloomingdale's, it was only once about 20 years ago. What are you buying in Saks? I need an answer, brothers and sisters. I'm reading comments tonight. I need y'all to educate me as I educate you. I need y'all to educate me as I educate you. I need y'all to educate me as I educate you. What are we buying in Saks Fifth Avenue? What are we buying in Neiman Marcus? What are we buying in Bloomingdale? I'm reading the comments. Can I get some answers? Dr. Umar supporters, can I get some answers? I know there's a lot of coons in the chat. A lot of coons in the Facebook chat. A lot of coons in the Instagram chat. What are we buying from those stores? Oh, somebody said overpriced. Overpriced what, Dark Matter Melanin? Overpriced what? What are we buying at Saks Fifth Avenue? I'm asking a question. I haven't got an answer yet. Gucci. Okay, so you're telling me that the high-end labels are sold at Saks Fifth Avenue and Neiman Marcus, right? All the new designer labels. Gucci. Okay, well, y'all need to know something about Gucci. We talked about Marcus Garvey 2 nights ago, but guess what you need to know about Gucci? The Gucci Corporation was founded in 1920, 1921, and they stole Marcus Garvey's red, black, and green colors in order to popularize their business. I'm going to say it again. The Gucci Corporation was founded at the height of the Garvey movement. Do your research. The Gucci Corporation was founded at the height of the most honorable Marcus Garvey's movement, the red, black, and green. And in order to popularize their products, they stole Garvey's colors, the red, black, and green, and put it on Gucci. If you don't believe me, do your research. So you're telling me you will wear the red, black, and green on Gucci, but you won't wear the red, black, and green of the Garvey movement. You will wear the red, black, and green of Gucci, but you won't wear the red, black, and green of the Garvey movement, even though the Gucci Corporation stole the colors from Garvey in 1920, 1921. If you don't believe me, go do your research. If you don't believe me, go do your research. Gucci hijacked the red, black, and green from Garvey. They were founded the same year that Garvey held his first international conference. You don't believe me? Go do your research. Those are our colors. The Gucci colors are Garvey's colors. Gucci owes Garvey reparations. I said Gucci owes Garvey reparations. Let's continue. Let's continue. So y'all want to go to Saks, Neiman Marcus, and Bloomingdale's to buy expensive junk from people who don't like you that you don't even need. So y'all want to go to Saks, Neiman Marcus, and Bloomingdale's to buy expensive clothing from people who don't like you and stuff that you don't even need. But y'all want to complain because I'm raising money to fix up 2 schools for black boys. Lord have mercy. But y'all want to complain because I'm asking you to help me build 2 schools so our boys can get a better opportunity at surviving in this racist society, so they don't become another statistic in the school to prison pipeline. But you will curse me out, interrogate me, sabotage me, destroy my campaign, but you will take that money that we could have used for the school and you'll take it to Bloomingdale's, Neiman Marcus, and Saks Fifth Avenue. You Negroes are crazy. You Negroes are crazy. You Negroes are crazy. Twine 23. Don't get blocked, my brother. Book of Negroes. You will be added to the book of Negroes. If I block you, you're not coming in my school for the rest of your life. Choose your words carefully, brother. I'm not in a joking mood tonight. My people in trouble. I'm not in a joking mood tonight. All right? Let's keep on going. Here's a big problem that we have, African people. Here's a big problem that we have. 52% of black people find shopping relaxing as compared with only 26% of the American population. Listen to this. This is the foundation of the problem. 52% of black people find shopping relaxing compared to 26% of all other Americans. That's the problem right there. Black people are shopping as a way to escape the misery and racial oppression of America. I'm going to say it again. Black people use their disposable income like a drug. Black people use their disposable income like a drug that they smoke up at at the store to help them feel better about being black in America. I just gave you the statistic. I just gave you the statistic. I just gave you the statistic. 52% of black people find shopping relaxing compared to 26% of the rest of the country. So let me ask you this. You find it relaxing to give your money away to the same people who are locking up your sons, the same people drugging your grandchildren, the same people disenfranchising our women, the same people exploiting us through mass incarceration and gentrification. You think it's relaxing. You are relaxed to know that you're giving much needed black power dollars. You find it relaxing to know that you're giving away much needed black power dollars to your oppressor so he can oppress you more better. Negro, you're crazy. Negro, you're crazy. That's why I respect this man, this Pan-Africanist, Booker T. Washington, who started the National Negro Business League. That's why he's on my wall. The man who inspired the most honorable Marcus Garvey to build the largest black movement in modern history. That's why I respect Booker T. It was this black man who said we're going to organize the black dollar. And W.E.B. Du Bois hated on him like he hated on Garvey. W.E.B. Du Bois wanted us to vote. Booker T said, what good is the vote if our people can't feed their families? What good is the vote if they can't even build a house? That was the wisdom of Booker T. You're seeing the prophecies of Booker T come true right in your lifetime. Let's keep on going. So 52% of y'all find shopping relaxing, which means it is a form of self-medication. Black shopping is a form of self-medication. Black shopping is like smoking a blunt to deal with your stress. But instead of smoking the blunt, you're just smoking your money away. Instead of smoking the blunt, you're not burning the blunt wrapper, you're burning the money in your pocket. You're not smoking the blunt, you're smoking your wealth away, smoking your dollars away. We have to stop this. We have to stop this. 55% of blacks like to do what I refer to as curiosity shopping. Listen to me. So not only do half of y'all like to shop because it make you relax, on top of that problem, we have another shopping problem, and that is 55% of black people like to engage in curiosity shopping. Dr. Umar calls it curiosity shopping. This is coming from the statistics, but I'm using my words. Curiosity shopping. Do you know what curiosity shopping is? I know my sisters know what this is. I know my sisters know what this is. Our gangster rappers know what this is too. Curiosity shopping is when you decide. Curiosity shopping is when you decide to walk into a store. You don't need nothing. You don't need anything in the store. You don't need nothing they selling. But you're curious to see what they have in there. You're curious to see what they selling. And so you just go around walking through stores. You don't need nothing. You don't need anything, but the money in your pocket is burning a hole in it. Your money is burning a hole in your pocket. And so you go into the store and you start curiosity shopping, which means you're just wandering around to see what they got. Wandering around to see what they got. And curiosity shopping is not the same as window shopping. Window shopping, you don't go in the store. Window shopping, you stay outside. Curiosity shopping, you go inside the store that you don't need nothing from, and you start walking around and looking around and you say, oh, this hat is cute. And that right there, I wonder how this works. And I wonder about this. And this is on sale. I don't need it, but I'm going to buy it just because it's on sale. And that's another problem American Negroes have. We more than any other person in this country buy stuff just because it's on sale? How many of you got a closet full of clothes that you don't even wear and you bought it just because it's on sale? How many of you got all kind of household items that you don't even need, but you bought it just because it was on sale? But while you out there curiosity shopping, because let me say this, curiosity shopping is for economic coons. See, some of us are not political coons, but some of us are economic coons. Are you an economic coon? Be honest with yourself. Are you an economic coon? Those of you who are listening to me tonight, are you an economic coon? Because if you are, you're going to have to deactivate your economic coon chip. You're going to have to deactivate your economic coon chip. You're going to have to deactivate your economic coon chip. You're going to have to deactivate your economic coon chip, brothers and sisters. Real serious Africans don't engage in curiosity shopping. So your New Year's resolution, one of your economic New Year's resolutions, you do not go into a store ever again unless you need something out that store. I didn't say want something out the store. I said need something out the store. Don't go into the store unless you absolutely need something out the store. Shopping is no longer a pleasurable activity. You don't shop like, I want to go to the movies. I'm going to go shopping. I want to go eat. I'm going to go shopping. I want to go to Great Adventures. I'm going to go shopping. I want to take a mini vacation. I'm going to go shopping. The shopping mall is not a vacation site. Did you hear me, black sister? Did you hear me, black sister? Did you hear me, black brother? I'm going to say it again. The shopping mall is not a vacation site. Let me say it again. The shopping mall is not an amusement park. Let me say it again. The shopping mall is not a vacation destination. If you find this information useful tonight, black men, give me a fist. Black sisters, give me a heart. If you find this information useful tonight, black sisters, give me a heart. Black brothers, give me a fist. If you find this information useful tonight, black women, give me a heart. Black brothers, give me a fist. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. And once we open up the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey Elementary School in the Nat Turner Jean-Jacques Dessalines Gymnasium, I promise you, we will start tackling some of these problems. We have to build a grassroots Pan-African credit union, not for no church, but for us. A grassroots credit union to reclaim the black dollar. Because if there is no black dollars, there will be no black power. The revolution must be financed. Independence must be financed. Black liberation must be financed. There can be no black power without the black dollar. There can't be no black power without the black dollar, brothers and sisters. Curiosity shopping. Wandering around the store aimlessly like you at a vacation resort. The shopping mall is not a resort, brothers and sisters. The shopping mall is not a resort. Cut it out. I'm not attacking you, sister. I'm attacking your coon chip. I'm not attacking you, sister. I'm attacking your economic coon chip. When you know better, you do better. When you know better, you do better. Stop feeling insulted when somebody who looks like you tells you about yourself. Stop feeling so damn insulted when somebody who looks like you tells you about yourself. Nobody's going to do this for us but us. The YouTubians ain't going to do it for you. Your fake black leaders ain't going to do it for you. Your politicians ain't going to do it for you. Your fraternities and sororities ain't going to do it for you. There's only a few of us who are going to really do this work, and we don't have time to waste. Serious people only. We are supposed to be engaging in wealth accumulation. There is one activity that the black community does not deal with: wealth accumulation. Chinese Americans, wealth accumulation. Jewish Americans, wealth accumulation. Latino Americans, wealth accumulation. Anglo-Saxon Americans, wealth accumulation. Arab Americans, wealth accumulation. Mexican Americans, wealth accumulations. Black Americans, wealth diarrhea. Wealth destruction. Wealth liquidation. There is no way we are ever going to get the respect that we want in this country if we don't get serious about wealth accumulation. The most honorable Marcus Garvey, more than any leader you ever had, was so focused on wealth accumulation, and that's why he got deported. The Black Star Line would have cut the white man out the black dollar, so Garvey had to go. He was going to bring the products straight from Africa to Black America. He was going to bring the products on the Black Star Line straight from the Caribbean to Black America, straight from Central and South America to Black America. We need a distribution network. We need a distribution network. A Black global distribution networks. Ships, trains, planes, trucks. Ships, trains, planes, trucks. Ships, trains, planes, trucks. Ships, trains, planes, trucks. That's distribution. That's distribution. Where is our Black economy? We don't have it. All these fake leaders been running around for decades talking, ain't done nothing for Black America yet. All these fake leaders been running around talking, ain't done nothing systematically to change Black America yet, but preach to you about religion. We don't need no damn religious talk. We need political economic organization. Let us continue. More disappointing statistics. I'm not giving you this to depress you. I'm giving you this because we're going to change this in 2021. The new year will be a revolutionary one. The new year will be a progressive one. The new year will be a decisive one. 2021 is our year, brothers and sisters. Let's fix this. 2021 is our year. Once that Garvey School is fixed up, I will be hosting conferences twice a month. Twice of every other weekend, there's a conference at the Garvey School that we own, that we bought, that we built, that we sacrificed for. That's what I'm about. That's what I'm about. I don't talk it, I walk it. Corey, let me write your name down. Corey Payne, House of Negroes, Book of Negroes, and I'm going to block you too, brother. For some reason, I can't block on Facebook, but Corey is banned from the school. Book of Negroes. Let us continue, brothers and sisters. Black people are 34% more likely to be influenced by the store staff. Listen to this. When you go shopping, you are 34% more likely to be influenced by the store staff. When you go shopping, you are 34% more likely to buy something if the white person selling it smiled at you. Do you see your Willie Lynch chip here? Do you see your Willie Lynch chip being activated? This is the statistic. 34%. Black people, 34% more likely to buy something if the store staff smiles at you or recommends that you buy it. So that means white folk can make you spend money on stuff you don't even need. All they have to do is smile at you. And do you know why you like your oppressor to smile at you? Because it gives you a sense of false acceptance. It gives you a sense of integration. It gives you a sense of accommodation. It gives you a false sense of the illusion of inclusion. And so when they smile at you, you can't help it but leave some of your money with them. But they will never shop at a store owned by somebody who looks like you. But they will never shop at a store owned by somebody who looks like you. When the last time you seen a Chinese at the black mini market? When the last time you seen a European Jew patronizing a black person? When the last time you seen a Mexican, a Latino, an Arab, an East Indian? When is the last time you saw somebody else come and support one of our businesses? But all they have to do is smile and you will spend your money with them. Let us continue. Black people are 28% more likely than all other Americans to be influenced by in-store advertising. You will buy something because there was an ad in there that you liked. Now, let me break this one down. The reason we are 28% more influenced by store ads is because merchandise marketing has one goal: Merchandise marketing has one goal. I'm giving you the psychology of capitalism, the psychology of consumerism, the psychology of black economic dysfunction. Let me tell you why black folks are 28% more likely than all other Americans to be influenced by the in-store advertising. Because all advertising has one goal. All advertising has one goal, and that is to make you think you will feel better if you buy it. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again. All advertising has one goal: to make you think you'll feel better if you buy it. Let me give you an example. Have y'all noticed all the commercials that we've been seeing the last couple of years that show black women with white men car shopping, black women with white men food shopping, black women with white men jewelry shopping, black men with white women house shopping, black men with white women school shopping, black men with white women merchandise shopping? Do you know why they do that? Why so many interracial couples in the merchandise now? Because they want black men to think that if you get this Mercedes, you'll get you a white girl. They want the black women to think that if you buy this weave, you'll get you a white man. That's right. That advertising is designed to make you think you will feel better if you buy it. Black people buy twice as many Mercedes Benzes as white people. This is a statistic. Black people in America buy twice as many Mercedes Benzes as white folk. But yet, your average household wealth is $17,000. And white people's average household wealth is $171,000. So can you explain to me, please? Can you explain to me, please, why somebody with only $17,000 of wealth is buying a Mercedes Benz and buying more of those Mercedes Benzes than their white counterparts who have $150,000 more of wealth assets than you have? How are you buying the Mercedes and the white person is not? How are you buying the Mercedes with $17,000 of wealth, but the white folk got $171,000 worth of wealth? Because I done already told you, black people go shopping to feel better about their reality. Black people go shopping to intoxicate themselves against the brutal, harsh nature of American oppression. Black people go shopping to self-medicate from their blackness. That's right. That's right. I'm giving you facts tonight. I'm giving you facts tonight. What did Will Smith say? Will Smith said black people spend too much money they don't have buying stuff they can't afford to impress other black people they don't like. Black people spend too much money they don't have to buy stuff they don't need to impress people they don't like. Black people spend too much money they don't have to impress people they don't like, buying stuff they don't need. Will Smith, West Philly, stand up. Black people are 27% more likely to be influenced by the merchandising. Let's go on. Because the merchandising, the advertising makes you think, I'ma feel better after I buy this Mercedes. I'ma feel better once I buy this house in a white suburb. I'ma feel better once I send my kids to a white private school. I'ma feel better once I get this Rolex. I'ma feel better once I get these Timbs. I'ma feel better once I get the new LeBrons, once I get the new Gucci's, once I get the new Maybach, until that first bill come in. Soon when that first house note, car note come in, you go right back into a Negro depression. You go right back into a Negro depression. You go right back into a Negro depression. Let's go on to the next statistic because I have to stop by 10:30 so I can meditate. Let's go to the next statistic. Black people, listen to this. Black women, I need your full attention. Black men too, but black women, I need your full attention. Black men too, but black women, I need your full attention for this next statistic. Let me take a sip of water before I drop this next statistic. Conspicuous consumption for the coon community. Conspicuous consumption of the economic coon is killing black America. The conspicuous consumption of the economic coon is killing black America. The conspicuous consumption of the economic coon is killing black America. Let me take a sip. And then they want to hate on me. They want to hate on me. They want to hate on me. He the number one scholar. He the number one. I am. Nobody in this country talk to you the way I'm talking to you. Nobody do. That's why I'm King Kong. Deal with it. Black Thanos, the hottest African nationalist on the scene. You're damn right. Leo season is every season. Leo season is every season. Let me continue. Are y'all ready for this next statistic? Black America purchases 90% of all beauty supplies in the country. I'm going to say it again. We are only 13% of the country, but we purchase 90% of all beauty supplies. We are only 13% of the country, and we purchase 90% of all beauty products. Do you want to know why? You are preoccupied with the way you look, black man. Do you want to know why you're preoccupied with the way you look, black woman? Do you need me to give you the historical analysis for why you're why you're buying 90% of all beauty products in America? It's because the white man been telling you you ugly for so long. The white man been telling you you ugly for so long. The white man been telling you your hair too nappy and your skin too black and your lips too thick. He been telling you that for so long you believe it. And that's why as soon as you get your paycheck, the first thing you want to go do is perform a self-surgery on the way you look. That's facts. It's rooted in slavery. That's facts. There is no cultural explanation. There is no cultural explanation. There is no cultural explanation for why black America purchases 90% of all beauty supplies in America. There's no cultural explanation for that, but there's a psychological one, and it's called self-hatred. Self-hatred. Let's continue. And then they said, black people are more likely to buy a product if a celebrity designed it. If the celebrity designs it, you will buy it. LeBron sneaks, the Jordans, the Yeezys, anything that one of these Negro entertainers put their name on, you will run out and buy it because you are addicted to status symbols. You are addicted to status symbols. You are addicted to status symbols. Expensive things make you feel important. And since no black person wants to feel like the other black people, we go out of our ways to separate ourselves with expensive junk. It's all based on your self-hatred. Let's continue. 96% of the top 1 million households in America are white. Did y'all hear that? 96% of the top 1 million households, wealth and income, 96% of the top 1 million households in America, 96% of the richest households are all white. Are all white. 96% of them. We are being robbed of our wealth. We do not live in a democracy. We live in a white aristocracy. We do not live in a democracy. We live in a white aristocracy. We do not live in a democracy. We live in a white aristocracy, brothers and sisters. This is the rule of rich white people over poor black people. This is the rule of rich white people over poor black people. This is not a democracy. I don't care who you vote for. I don't care how often you vote. I don't care who wins. This is not a democracy. It is a white aristocracy. The rule of rich whites over poor blacks with a layer of coons in the middle known as gatekeepers. They used to be scholars. Now they athletes and entertainers. The black gatekeepers used to be scholars, but now they're athletes and entertainers. The black gatekeepers used to be scholars. Now they're athletes and entertainers. Your favorite rapper is selling out your hood. Let's continue. 100 richest Americans control more wealth than all of black America put together. I'm going to say it again. It breaks my heart. The 100 richest Americans in the United States control more wealth than all of black America put together. Let me say it one more time. For all y'all, we've come a long way, Negroes. For all of you, we've come a long way, Negroes. We've come a long way since slavery, Dr. Umar. Take it easy. We've come a long way since slavery, Dr. Umar. Take it easy. The 100 richest Americans control more wealth than the entire black America put together. Not only that, when slavery ended in 1865, when slavery ended this month, December of 1865, this is December of 2020. So what is that? They killed Malcolm in 1965. That was our 100-year gift. They assassinated Malcolm in 1965. That was our 100 years out of slavery gift. 75, 85, 95, 05, 15, 155 years we've been free. Allegedly. 155 years we've been free. When you got out of slavery 155 years ago, you owned 0.5% of all the wealth in America. When you exited slavery in December of 1865, you owned 0.5% of all the wealth in America. That was 155 years ago. Guess what? You still, today in 2020, you still only own 0.5% of all the wealth in America. Black people's share of wealth ownership since slavery has not went up a single percentage point. I'm going to say it again. Black people's share of ownership of America's wealth has not increased a single percent in 155 years. So I ask you again, black bourgeoisies. I ask you again, black bourgeoisies. By what definition are you judging the progress of my people? Upon what definition are you judging the progress of my people? Let's continue. And then here's what I need y'all to understand. Here's what I need y'all to understand, overstand, and understand. Here's what I need y'all to understand, overstand, and understand. Here's what I need you to understand, overstand, and understand. Dr. King, the good Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated because he tried to bring economic justice to black America. Dr. King had his brains blown out in Memphis, Tennessee on April the 4th, 1968, because he wanted to correct the economic apartheid, the economic imbalances, the economic disenfranchisement, the economic discrimination, and the economic equity in black America. I'm saying that to say that if you think your president is going to fix this for you, you're crazy. If you think your black elected officials are going to fix this for you, you crazy. If you think your black preachers, and we coming to the preachers in a minute. We ain't even got to the good part. We ain't even got to the black church yet, brother. This is still just ain't even got to the preachers yet. We ain't even got to the black church. We ain't even got to the black church yet. Call your pastor up. Tell him to tune up. Tell him to pull up to Ifa Tunde right now. Fourth night of Kwanzaa. We ain't even got to the black church yet. We ain't even got to the black church yet. Let's keep on going. Dr. King was murdered because he was on the brink of an economic revolution right after he left Memphis, Tennessee. Guess where Dr. King was headed? Back to Atlanta and on to D.C. for the Bread Basket campaign, the Poor People's Campaign. He was going to erect a tent city. Martin Luther King was going to take poor Americans of every race to Washington, D.C., and they were going to erect a tent city, and they were going to live in D.C. till everybody left with a house and a job. It would have embarrassed America. They had to kill him. It would have embarrassed America. They had to kill him. It would have embarrassed America. Dr. King was murdered for the very same thing we're talking about right now. Economic apartheid. Why did they murder Dr. King if this is supposed to be a democracy? If everybody has a chance, all you got to do is work hard and pull yourself up by your bootstraps. That's a damn lie. This is not a democracy. It is a white aristocracy. The rule of rich whites over poor blacks. It is a white aristocracy. The rule of rich whites over poor blacks. Let's continue. The 5 largest white landowners in America own more wealth. The 5 largest white landowners own more land than all of black America put together. I'm going to say it again. The 5 largest white landowners in America own more land than the entire black America put together. Did you hear what I just said? I'm going to say it again. Please take notes. Please do your research. The top 5 white landowners in America, 5 people own more land than the entire black America put together. And you're telling me the most important thing I can do is go vote. You have lost your mind. You have lost your mind. And guess what? We're going to talk about reparations tonight too. I'm going to give you Dr. Umar's reparations package. I'm going to give you the Prince of Pan-Africanism reparations package. See, Marcus Garvey is the father of modern reparations. You understand me? He sent a delegation to the League of Nations to give us the former German territories after the World War. Garvey is the father of reparations. But these fake social net group, anti-African, Negro tribalism movements, they haven't even given you a reparations package because they are not visionary. They're not leaders. They're not organizers. They're hustlers and pimps who trying to get paid off of a hot trend, which is why I don't have to pay attention to them, because 10 years from now, they won't even be around no more. 10 years from now, they won't even be around no more. You don't have to go to war with a hustler. You don't have to go to war with a pimp. You don't have to go to war with an opportunist. Just wait him out. Do your job, and the rest will take care of itself. It's Pan-Africanism or perish. It's Pan-Africanism or perish. Let's continue. The average black family, listen to this. I need another sip of water. Better yet, I need a chip one time. Make sure y'all donate. Make sure y'all donate. Oh, we're going to talk about the historically black colleges too. Oh, they coming up. I got them in my assessment. We're going to talk about the presidents of the historically black colleges and universities. We're going to talk about these presidents of the historically black colleges and universities because they ain't been doing their job. The presidents of the HBCUs have been selling us out. I'm going to say it again. The presidents of the HBCUs and the black pastors of America have been selling us out. I'm going to talk about the HBCU presidents too. That's right. I'm going to talk about reparations too. That's right. I'm going to talk about the black church too. That's right. You listening to the Prince. Let's get into it. Listen to this statistic. Listen to this statistic. The average black family would need 228 years to build wealth that is equal to a white family. I hope you hold me. Did you hear what I just said? Did you hear what I just said? Brothers and sisters, did you hear what I just said? According to the research, the average black family would need 228 years. 228 years in order to grow the wealth of the average white family, brothers and sisters. Did y'all hear that? The reason I need you to donate is because we have 2 schools in Wilmington, Delaware that we purchased last year, 1 week before the Honorable Frederick Douglass's birthday. On February the 7th of 2019, we bought 4 buildings, including 2 schools in Wilmington, Delaware. A former black charter school campus now belongs to you. A former black charter school campus in Wilmington, Delaware is now the property of the African race. It is the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy. We have been struggling for the past year and a half to get the renovations done inside the schools. The schools are in excellent condition. The elementary school, which is the Garvey School, is right across the street from the high school, which is the Douglass School. Right now, the electric system is being totally refabricated, rehashed, renovated, repaired. New Year's Day, the electric will be done. New Year's Day, the electric will be done. And then we want to get the HVAC system repaired, the plumbing system repaired, and then all we got to do is carpentry, and we have to paint. I want to have the school ready for a grand opening community empowerment conference this summer. I want to have the Marcus Garvey Elementary School and the Nat Turner and Jean-Jacques Dessalines Gymnasium completely restored by the summertime. In order to do that, we need you to donate. In order to do that, I need you to get on your Cash App and donate to $FDMG School. I repeat, $FDMG School. I repeat, $ on your Cash App, $FDMG School. If you have PayPal, go to paypal.me/FDMG Academy. paypal.me/FDMG Academy. paypal.me/FDMG Academy, or Cash App $FDMG School. If you want to mail in a check or money order, you can make it payable to the FDMG Academy. P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware. P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware 19809. P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware 19809. This is not my school, it is our school. We're building this institution in the tradition of the most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, the father of African self-determination and self-reliance. I could have opened a charter school, but I don't want the government school. I want my school. I don't want the government school. I want my school. I want to teach our kids the way we want to teach them. And I want our children to learn the way we want them to learn. I want a school where black boys don't have to worry about special ed. I want a school where black boys don't have to worry about ADHD. I want a school where black boys don't have to worry about psychiatric med, or being called the N-word, or being locked up, or beat up by the police, or expelled from getting an education. We're talking about educational revolution. We're talking about psychological reconstruction. If you didn't get the information for the school, you can text me. If you didn't get the information for the school, you can text my phone, 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. If you would like to join the Dr. Papa podcast, I have a regular podcast where I send out seminars like this by audio. The reason I don't do seminars like this anymore is because I need to raise money for my programs. So if you like what you hear tonight, if you like what you heard last night, if you like what you heard the second night of Kwanzaa, if you like what you heard the first night of Kwanzaa, you can subscribe to the Dr. Papa Political Podcast. The Dr. Papa Political Podcast. The link is in my Instagram bio. The link is in my Twitter bio. The link is in my Facebook bio. The Dr. Papa Political Podcast is $9.99 a month. We have 24 episodes. If you sign up before the new year, you will get all 24 back episodes. If you sign up for the Dr. Papa podcast before the new year, you will get all 24 of the past episodes. And I also have a For Sisters Only podcast that just started. We have a For Sisters Only podcast that just started. For the ladies out there, if you want to get some straight talk from a black man who telling you like it is, you can sign up for the For Sisters Only podcast. You can text me for the link. Now let me get back on focus. The average black family will need 228 years in order to build the wealth of the average white family, brothers and sisters. That is insane. Barack Obama has not spoken to that. Donald Trump has not spoken to that. Joe Biden has not spoken to that. George Bush has not spoken to that. Bill Clinton has not spoken to that. Daddy Bush has not spoken to that. Ronald Reagan has not spoken to that. Jimmy Carter has not spoken to that. Who is going to address the fact that it will take the average black family 228 years to build the wealth of the average white family? America is not going to do that for us. We have to do it for ourselves. America is not going to do this for us. We have to do this for ourselves. Next statistic. Listen to this. And for all y'all who think we doing better, 155 years later, for all of you who think we're doing better 155 years later, let me give you this. From 1983 to 2013, the average wealth of white families increased 84%, which is 3 times the wealth increase of black America. I'm going to say it again. Under Ronald Reagan, George Bush, Bill Clinton, George Bush, and Barack Obama. I'm going to say it again. Under Ronald Reagan, Daddy Bush, Bill Clinton, son Bush, and Barack Obama, from 83 to 2013, the average wealth of the white family increased 84%, which is 3 times the wealth increase of black America. So help me understand something. Daddy Bush and Ronald Reagan and son Bush. Son Bush and Reagan did 8 years apart. 16 years. Daddy Bush was one term. So 8 years for Reagan, 8 years for George Bush Jr. That's 16. And then you add 4 years for Bush, right? Bill Clinton, 8 years in office. Barack Obama, 8 years in office. Bill Clinton and Barack Obama is 16 years of a Democratic president. Reagan, Bush, and Bush is only 4 extra years. So if the Republicans only had 4 more years, how do you explain the white families getting an 84% wealth growth and the black family getting less than 30% wealth growth? How do you explain that? How do you explain the discrimination? How do you explain the economic disparity between white wealth and black wealth? Let's keep going. We do not live in a democracy. We live in a white aristocracy. Rich whites rule poor blacks. We do not live in a democracy. We live in a white aristocracy. Rich whites rule over poor blacks. Let's continue. Time check. We have an hour and 15 minutes. And I'm getting sick and tired of black people. Every time white people do something to us, we want to boycott the school. We want to boycott the white business. We want to boycott Walmart. We want to boycott the theater. We want to boycott this white business. And we want to boycott that white business. That is not a solution. Boycotts are not solutions. Do you want to know why boycotts are not solutions? The reason why boycotts are not solutions is because you shouldn't be buying from them anyway, because you should have your own businesses. Let me say it again. The reason boycotts are not solutions is because you should have never been shopping there in the first place. You're supposed to have your own businesses. I'm tired of us begging to give our money away. I'm tired of us begging to give our money away. I'm tired of us begging to give our money away. I'm tired of us begging to give our money away. We don't need a boycott. We need full divestment, full economic divestment. That means we pull our money out of the white bank. We pull our money out of the white businesses. We pull our money out of all of the white corporations and put it into black businesses and black banks and black corporations so we can build black power. You must have black dollars in order to build the black power. Let's continue. Did you know most of the government's wealth has been used to build programs that go to white folks who are already rich? I'm going to say it again. According to the research, most of the United States government programs to help people build wealth go to white people who are already rich. I'm going to say it again, my Democratic loving Negroes. I'm going to say it again, my Democratic Party loving Negroes. Most of the U.S. government's programs that are intended to build wealth mostly go to white families that are already rich. Next statistic. According to the National Priorities Project, 77% of all government benefits go to people who earn between $75,000 and $500,000. And you thought black people were the biggest recipients of welfare. And you thought black people were the biggest recipients of welfare. And you thought black people were the biggest recipients of welfare. I'm going to say it again. According to the National Priorities Project, 77% of all government benefits go to people who earn between $75,000 and $500,000. They've been running a scam on you. Like Brother Malcolm said, you've been had, you've been hoodwinked, you've been run amok, led astray, bamboozled, brothers and sisters. Come on, y'all. How you spending $500 million on beauty products? How you spending $500 million on beauty products? How you shopping so you can feel better? How you buying stuff you don't even need? The shopping mall is not a vacation destination. The shopping mall is not a vacation destination. The shopping mall is not a vacation destination. I already gave you the source. I'm not going to repeat myself. And by the way, the black middle class is dead, brothers and sisters. The coronavirus, one of the goals of the coronavirus was to destroy the black middle class. I'm going to say it again. Y'all not listening. One of the goals of the coronavirus was to destroy the black middle class. You don't believe me? You know how many people I know and how many people you know? Do you know how many people I know and how many people you know was living a nice middle class life until Corona hit? How many black businesses you've seen go out of business? How many black middle class people you've seen get laid off of work because their boss can't pay them no more? How many black folks who was living good before March of 2020 ain't living good right now? The coronavirus was used to destroy the independent black business owner. The coronavirus was used to destroy the black middle class. You don't have a black middle class no more. You got athletes and entertainers. You don't have a black middle class no more. You got athletes and entertainers. You don't have a black middle class no more. You got athletes and you got entertainers. Let's continue. Let's continue. We got to stop the economic coonery. We have to stop the economic coonery. We have to stop the economic coonery. We have to stop the economic coonery, and all of us are guilty. I got to do better, and you got to do better. We got to do better. I got to do better, you got to do better, and we got to do better. Stop paying attention to the coons in the comments. If you ride with me, then ride with me. If you ride with me, then ride with me. Don't worry about them. Ancestors will take care of them. You just make sure you stand on this black star line and let's push our people back to where we belong, because we don't belong on the bottom. We do not belong on the bottom, and nobody's going to convince me that. We are God's first people. We are the original man and woman. We are destined for greatness, and we are going back to it. And I don't need a Bible or a Quran to let me know that. I said we were born to be great. We are going to be great again. We are going to get back to our greatness, and I don't need a Bible or a Quran to tell me that. Let me continue. Let me continue. We do not exist to hate anybody. We exist to care for ourselves. We do not exist to put down any other group. We exist to care for ourselves. We wish everybody their best, but we will do our best. We wish everybody the best, but we will do our best. Let us continue. Listen to this. Black net worth in America has fallen by half since the year 2000. Black net worth in America has fallen by half since the year 2000. I just told you the coronavirus was partly used to kill the black middle class. All you have now are haves and have-nots. All you have now are haves and have-nots. You either have what you need to take care of your family or you don't. You either have what you need to take care of your family or you don't. First of all, the black middle class was a government creation. After integration, after the Civil Rights Bill of 64 and the Voting Rights Act of 65, the government deliberately started training and hiring black people to give you the illusion of inclusion. That's why most black middle class people are government employees. I'm going to say it again. Most middle class black people are government employees. I'm going to say it again. Most middle class black people are government employees. Think about all the black middle class people you know. They work for a state university. They work for state government, city government. They drive the bus. They police, ambulance people, and nothing wrong with this. This is all respectable. All respectable. Don't get me wrong. They are teachers. Okay? Think about all the black middle class people you know. They are government employees. Because white people don't hire black people. And the government knows this. The government knows white people don't hire black people. So they had to hire us themselves. And now the government is claiming to be struggling economically. They are shrinking the black middle class out of existence. And it started with COVID. They are shrinking the black middle class out of existence. And it started with COVID. They are shrinking the black middle class out of existence. And it started with COVID. The average white family has $141,900 in assets. The average white family has $141,900 in assets. In the average black family, 11 grand. The average white family got $171,000 of wealth, of which $141,000 is assets. And black folks, average family, only got $11,000. Who we fooling? But you out here buying Louis bags and Gucci bags. You out here buying Yeezys. You out here at Saks Fifth Avenue. You out here at Neiman Marcus trying to look better than other black folks. And we out here losing. We getting our asses kicked in this economic war. We are getting our backsides handed to us. And all you could do to feel better was to go Christmas shopping. And all you could think of to help out the community was to go shopping. We have lost our minds. Let us continue. Black people spend more money on phones, internet, and tablets than all other Americans. Did y'all hear me? Black people spend more money on the cell phone, the tablet, the internet than all other groups in America. Let me ask you a question. How can we afford to spend more time on the phone, the tablet, the internet, or cable TV when we need to be out organizing, building, and saving? How can we watch more TV? How can we surf more internet? How can we be on the phone? How can we be on the tablet? How can we be on social network all day long when we don't have no banks? We don't have no schools. We don't have no supermarkets. We don't have no hospitals. We don't have no factories. We don't have no distribution. But you got time to be on the phone all day long. You got time to be on your tablet all day long. You got time to be on the internet. When our people are out here dying, how do we have time to sit around being entertained? You Negroes are the entertainment extermination generation. You just want to be entertained until it's time to die. You just want to be entertained until it's time to die. We are the edutainment extermination generation. Distractions, distractions, distractions. And I'm trying to understand black parents. I'm trying to understand something, black parents. I'm trying to understand something, black parents. Your kid's in special ed. Your daughter got a reading disability, so you think. Your son got a math disability, so you think. Your grandkids got ADHD, so you think. Shouldn't they be studying? Shouldn't they be reading? Shouldn't they be doing math homework? Shouldn't they be at the table with the encyclopedia, the thesaurus, the dictionary? How is it the special ed kids got time for their own cell phone? If your child is in special ed for a learning disability, they should not have a cell phone. If your child is in special ed for a learning disability, they should not have the internet. If your child is in special ed for a learning disability, they should not have a TV in their room. If your child is in special ed for a learning disability, they should not have a video game unit. Did you hear me? Did you hear me, black parents? Did you hear? I'm going to say it again. If your child got an IEP for reading and math, I didn't say autism because that's real. I didn't say being deaf because that's real. I didn't say blind because that's real. I didn't say orthopedic impairment because that's real. I didn't say traumatic brain injury because that's real. Reading disabilities and math disabilities are man-made. They are not real. Reading disabilities and math disabilities, they are man-made. They are not real. And if your child got a reading disability and a math disability, his ass is lazy. That's all it is. Her ass is lazy. That's all it is. And if you got an IEP for a child with a reading disability or math disability, I better not find a cell phone on them. I better not find a video game system. I better not find a tablet, cable TV, or a video game unit. And I don't care if you angry. I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm trying to save your black ass. If you're watching this on Facebook, I recommend you share it to your own page and make every parent you know watch it. You watching this on Facebook, share it to your page and make every black person you know watch it. Don't just make them watch tonight's Kwanzaa message on economics. Make them watch last night's Kwanzaa message on the black male-female relationships. Make them watch 2 nights ago Kwanzaa message on the most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. Make them watch the first night of Kwanzaa message on ADHD and psychiatric meds. I hate to brag, but my 7 nights of Kwanzaa seminars are the strongest and most relevant in the country. I hate to brag, but my 7 nights of Kwanzaa seminars, and this is only the 4th one. I got 3 more to go, and I done already destroyed all the competition. I don't care what the organization is. I don't care who the presenter is. There is nothing in this country that is stronger than these 4 seminars I have done thus far, and I'm only halfway through. King Kong consciousness. I don't care if you're mad. King Kong consciousness. I don't care if you're mad. Black Thanos, I don't care if you're mad. Notorious RBG, I don't care if you're mad. Intercontinental Ifatunde, I don't care if you're mad. There can only be one king, and I am he. Let's continue. Let's continue. Here is I think East Side Hot is playing. Okay. It's one of my favorite movies, Joe Clark, Lean on Me. That's where I got part of my motivation to be a school principal, from watching Joe Clark, Lean on Me. Shout out to East Side High. Shout out to Patterson, New Jersey. Shout out to Bilal. Shout out to Kalia over in Montclair. Shout out to my Jordan sisters, Queen Mother Jordan, the Jordan family, Natalie, Montrese, Tiny, all of you, Lisa, all of you. Shout out to Mr. Moody up there. Yes, sir. Next statistic. Of the $84 billion used in advertising, this is for the black media. I hope you're listening. The real black media, not the YouTubians. Of the $84 billion that is used in advertising and marketing, only $18 billion is directed at black people. Did y'all hear that? Of the $84 billion that is used in advertising and marketing every year in America, only $18 billion is directed at blacks, and only a portion of that is given to the black media. So not only are you throwing your money away to the enemy, not only are you throwing your money away to the enemy, not only are you throwing your money away to the enemy, those businesses don't even advertise with black media. They don't even advertise with the black media. So our black media companies don't even make money off of all the money you spending with Gucci and Louis and Saks and Neiman Marcus and the NFL and the NBA. They don't even use their advertising dollars to support black media outlets. And yet and still, we still buying that garbage. I'm about to hit you with some more statistics. I'm about to hit you with some more statistics, and then we're going to get into the HBCUs and the black church. Y'all ready for the black church and the HBCUs? Who ready for that? Who ready for that? Ladies, if you're ready, give me a heart. Fellas, if you're ready, give me a fist. Ladies, if you're ready, give me a heart. Fellas, if you're ready, give me a fist. Who ready to get into these HBCUs and these black churches? Who ready to get into these HBCUs and these black churches? Ladies, give me a heart. Fellas, give me a fist. Who ready to get into these HBCU presidents and these black pastors? These HBCU presidents and these black pastors. We about to get in them in a minute. But before we do, let me quote you some more statistics that I find absolutely alarming. I am not a woman. I am not a woman, don't want to be. I love being a man, and I'm sure our sisters love being the queens that they are. I am not a woman. But is there a black woman out there who can explain to me why black women are spending $54 million a year on feminine hygiene products? Black women in America spend $54 million a year on hygiene products. Why are black women spending $54 million a year on hygiene products? With all due respect, my sister, if you can't fix the loosey-goosey by now, you can't fix her. If the loosey-goosey still broke after $54 million, she gonna stay broke. I don't know what the $54 million is on feminine hygiene. That's a bit too much. We could take 10 of that and get us some schools for our little girls. We could take 10 of that and build us a couple hospitals. What's up with this $54 million on feminine honeypot products? Cookie jar correction products. But guess what? Black men, you worse than the women. Black men, you worse than the women. Black men spend 61 million on toiletries. Black men are spending $61 million on men's toiletries. Talk to me, black man. It ain't but so much cologne you can buy. Talk to me, black man. Are y'all still getting Jerry curls and S curls? Why are black men spending $61 million on toiletries? Maybe they including the barber clippers in here. I don't know. Maybe they including the barber clippers in here. I don't know. But brothers, we should not be spending $61 million on toiletries when our sons don't have schools. Our sons don't have after school jobs. Half our black men locked up because they can't get a job. And we spending $64 million to get a good shave? I mean, don't get me wrong. If you get bumps on your face and bumps on your neck, I understand you got to get some special cream for all that. But I don't understand why we spending all this money on Jerry curl juice and wave pomade. And come on, brothers. What are we doing, brothers? I heard a lot of y'all getting fake beards and fake mustaches and fake blowouts and all kind of fake stuff. I guess that's part of the $61 million. I don't know. I must be a little out of touch. I cut my own hair, so I must be a little out of touch. I cut my own hair, so I must be a little out of touch. Y'all ready for this? Black people spend $810 million a year on bottled water. If we could just take over the bottled water in our community, $810 million a year on bottled water, brothers and sisters. Deer Park, Fiji, Evian, Smart Water, all these waters, $810 million. Can somebody please start packaging some water? I'm about to start selling water for the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. We need to get some African water. That's why we need a relationship with Africa, because Africa has some of the most untapped water sources in the world. Africa has streams and lakes and rivers and lagoons and ponds that have water that has never been touched. Fresh drinking water in Africa that has never been touched. If we can build a relationship, with Africa, we can import our own water from the mother continent, the best water in the world, and pay them. And now we investing in Africa. At the same time, we investing in ourselves. $810 million a year on bottled water is ridiculous. It's just ridiculous, brothers and sisters. It is just ridiculous. Refrigerated drinks, sodas, juice, lemonade. We are spending $587 million a year on refrigerated drinks. $587 million a year on sweet tea, lemonade, ginger ale. I got to kick my ginger ale addiction. I'm a part of this problem. I got a ginger ale addiction, brothers and sisters. I'm going to try to kick my ginger ale habit in the new year, because I cannot be contributing to this. I cannot be contributing to $587 million a year in Black America on refrigerated drinks. We cannot have that. We cannot have that. Black women, you are spending, beautiful African queens, listen to me, black sisters. Black women are spending $151 million a year on perfume alone. Black women are spending $151 million a year on perfume alone. Can I ask black women a question? What kind of perfume are you buying? I guess you got that from Saks, Neiman Marcus, and Bloomingdale's. I guess that's some of the expensive high-end items our black queens are buying from Saks, Neiman Marcus, and Bloomingdale's. $151 million on fragrance, black women. $151 million on fragrance, black women. Are you crazy? First of all, I don't need my woman to wear perfume. I like the natural types of smells. Just put a little something in the shea butter. I like the natural types. I'm not into all that perfume. I don't need all that. Because if you're wearing perfume, I can't come up from behind you and bite your neck. If you're wearing perfume, I can't come up from behind you and give you a big Papa Bear hug after work and grab your natural hair and bite your neck. You understand? That perfume got alcohol in it. I can't do that. I like the queens to be natural. I like the queens to be natural, so I could come up from behind them and give them a Papa Bear hug and a nice bite on the neck. Sisters, you have to stop spending so much money on your perfume. Do we have black women making perfume? Do we have black women out there making perfume? Because if we don't have black women out there making perfume, we're going to have to get some sisters to make perfume, because this is absolutely insane. This is absolutely insane. We're going to have to get some black folks to make some perfume for sisters, because $151 million for perfume, that's not going to cut it. That's wasted money. Look at we're talking millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions, $500 million. But we ain't got no hospital, and you ain't thinking about building one. We ain't got that many schools, and you ain't thinking about building none. We ain't got that many banks, and you ain't thinking about building them. We ain't got no factories, and you ain't thinking about building them. We ain't got no distribution, and you ain't thinking about building none. But you out here spending this kind of money on junk that you don't need. We need psychological reconstruction. Economic coonery at its finest. Economic coonery at its finest. Let us continue. Guess how much money we spending in the kitchen on spices alone? Guess how much money Black America is spending every year in the kitchen on spices alone? We are spending $430 million on spice. Old Bay, paprika, oregano, salt, jerk seasoning. $430 million. That's why we got so much diabetes. That's why we got so much high blood pressure. And that's why we got so much heart disease. I'm going to say it again. That's why we got so much diabetes. That's why we got so much heart disease. And that's why we got so much high blood pressure. That's why we got so much diabetes. That's why we got so much heart disease and so much high blood pressure. Because we spending $430 million on kitchen spice. We have lost our minds. Guess how much we spend on chewing gum? Guess how much we spend on chewing gum? Guess how much Black America spends on chewing gum every year? Black America spends $122.8 million on chewing gum every year. I'm going to say it again. $122.8 million on chewing gum every year. What in the hell are you chewing? What in the heaven are you chewing that it costs us as a people $122.8 million for chewing gum, brothers and sisters? We got to get it together. If we don't save ourselves economically, we will be exterminated. If we don't save ourselves economically, we will be exterminated. I hope y'all know that. This is not a joke. It is not a game. It is not a game. If we do not come up with a serious economic program to take care of ourselves, we will be exterminated as an economic necessity. I promise you that. I promise you that. Household cleaner, $407 million on Lysol, disinfectant, dishwashing liquid, Ajax, pine sol. And I know we got to clean up. But you can't tell me that we're spending almost $500 million to clean the house up. Something ain't right. I think we're going for name brands. I think that's part of the problem with the household cleaner. I think the problem with the household cleaner is we going for name brand products instead of just getting something that will take care of the job. The house got to be clean, my sister. I agree with you. The house got to be clean. But I don't think we need $407 million a year to clean the damn house. That means every 2 years, we're spending $800 million. That's almost $1 billion every 2 years to clean. It ain't that many roach traps in the world, brothers and sisters. Cooking utensils. Black America spends $136 million on cooking utensils. $136 million on cooking utensils. Are you kidding me? How many forks, spoons, serving knives, serving baskets, drainers, frying pans? I mean, I know you like to cook you some crabs and cook you some shrimps and cook you some ribs and cook you some old nasty pork chops and chicken guts. But $136 million a year? Once you buy a pan, isn't that pan good for like the next 20 years? Once you get some forks and spoons, ain't they good for like 10 years? Why we got to spend $136 million every year on cooking utensils, brothers and sisters? It is very accurate, my brother. It is very accurate. Do your research. Very accurate statistics. Very accurate statistics, brother. The statistic ain't the problem. Our spending habits is the problem. Don't run away from the truth now. See, the first thing we start saying is, I don't know if that's real. And no, it's real. This is what coons do. It's very real. It's called economic coonery. It's called economic diarrhea. It's called the financial holocaust. Oh, it is very real. It is very real. And then we spend, guess how much we spend on watch? I don't wear a watch no more because I use my cell phone to tell the time. But guess how much money we spend on the Rolex watches, the Timex watches. We are the Citizen watch, all the watches. Y'all like to buy watches. Black people spend $61 million a year on watches. $61 million a year on watches. $61 million a year on watches. What kind of watch do you need to buy that we got to spend $61 million a year so you can tell time? If you need $61 million a year to tell the time, you need a psychological evaluation from Dr. Umar. If you need $61 million a year to tell the time, you need special ed. If you need $61 million a year to tell time, you need an IEP. Oh, yes, we do, sister. Black America's spending power is over $2 trillion. Somebody said we don't have that much money. You have lost your mind. Somebody said we don't have that much money. You have lost your mind. Black America is a $2+ trillion economy. We are the richest group of black people in the world, and we are the 10th richest nation on the earth. Black America is the richest group of black people in the world, and we are the 10th richest nation on the planet. Black America is the richest group of black people in the world, although we have nothing to show for it, and we are the 10th richest nation on the planet. I'm about to be real mad at what I'm about to say right now. I want y'all to listen to this next statistic. Let me get some water. $810 million. Do we have any black bottled water companies? Do we have any black bottled water companies get in contact with Dr. Umar? Do we have any black bottled water companies? Do we have any Africans out there who can set us up so we can do trade with black Africa or black Caribbean, because there's good water in the Caribbean islands, so we can import water and sell it through the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy to help offset the tuition for our single mothers. We need water. We need independent black water. If we got any black water companies, get in contact with Dr. Umar. Let's do this, y'all. Let's do this. 2021 will be the year of black psychological and economic independence. 2021 will be the year of black economical and psychological independence. Let's do it, brothers and sisters. Y'all ready for the next statistic? Time check. We have 30 minutes. I might come back after I do my full moon meditation. I might come back after I do my full moon meditation. Or I might dedicate one of the remaining 3 nights of Kwanzaa to the completion of last night's relationship seminar and tonight's economic seminar. I might dedicate one of the last 3 nights of Kwanzaa to the completion of last night's Black relationship seminar, which we did not finish, okay? Or tonight's economic seminar, because we're not going to finish. We're not going to finish. But let me get as much in as I can. This statistic really pissed me off. This next statistic really pissed me off. We are spending $4 million on children's cologne. I'm going to say it again. Black America is spending $4 million on children's cologne. Why does a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old, a 9-year-old, an 11-year-old, a 13-year-old, why do our little children need cologne? My parents never bought me no cologne. The first time I put on cologne, I was either in high school or college. The first time I ever wore cologne, I was in high school or college. We are spending $4 million a year on children's cologne. Your daughter don't need no damn cologne with her hot ass. And your hard-head ass son don't need no cologne. So let me get this right. Can't spell his name, but he got cologne. Can't count, but he got some cologne on. Can't control his behavior, but he got cologne on. Don't do no homework, but he got cologne on. In special ed, got cologne. We in trouble, brothers and sisters. And y'all got the audacity to be beating Dr. Umar down, which you can't beat me down because I'm a goon. I'm made of iron. But you got the audacity to be beating me down to help me raise an additional $250,000 on my HVAC so we can finish the school. I can't even get an extra $250,000 so we can repair our heating, ventilation, and air conditioning system. And you out here spending $4 million on cologne. Are you guys kidding me? I don't want to hear nothing else about fundraising for FDMG. I don't want to hear nothing else about fundraising for FDMG. I don't want to hear nothing else about fundraising on FDMG. If you can spend $4 million a year on children's cologne, that whole campus should be fixed up. All 4 buildings should be renovated, and we just trying to get 2. All 4 buildings should be renovated, and we just trying to get 2. And y'all complaining to donate to me, and you out here spending $4 million a year on children's cologne. We have lost our minds. We have lost our minds. Ethnic hair and beauty. Not weaves and perms. Ethnic hair and beauty. We're not talking about the weave and perm sisters. We're talking about the natural, nappy-headed sisters, my sisters. All of y'all my sisters. But the natural sisters, I really respect them for being bold enough, courageous enough, strong enough, self-respecting enough to go natural and stay natural. I'm going to say it again. For all my black women out there who are natural, Dr. Umar wants to say thank you for showing our little girls that there's nothing wrong with the way God made you. For all of our natural head black women, not just in America, but all around the world. I am a Pan-Africanist, not just in America, but all around the world. I want to say thank you to all my natural African-haired women out there for being strong enough and self-loving enough to not feel the need to imitate your oppressor. thank you, black women. I salute all my black women. From the butter pecan to the sweet brown sugar to the hot pistachio to the butter almond to the lemon meringue to the pina colada to the hot fudge and the dark caramel. Thank all of you black women who are natural. And I understand it gets hard sometimes. I understand the peer pressure and the Willie Lynch chip and the coon within tries to convince you to go back to that weave. The coon within tries to convince you to go back to that perm. The coon within tries to convince you to go back to that blonde hair. It's okay if you relapse every once in a while. You will relapse when you're fighting an addiction. You will relapse when you're fighting an addiction. And fake hair is an addiction for black women. Fake hair is an addiction for black women. It's okay if you go through a relapse every once in a while, but I want you to catch yourself slipping when you're going through a relapse, and I want you to get right back on your game. When you go through a relapse, get right back on your game. Some of y'all going through a relapse right now. Some of y'all sent me an email, said, Dr. Umar, I was natural for 5 years, but I just had to go back to it. I had a relapse. I forgive you, sister. At least you went natural. At least you went natural, but I'm not going to let you off the hook. I'm not going to let you off the hook. In the name of our beautiful African mother ancestors who never wore a perm. In the name of our beautiful African queen mother ancestors who never wore a weave. In the name of our beautiful African queen mother ancestors who never put blonde hair on their head. I must motivate you and encourage you and demand that you go back natural. It's okay to relapse, black woman, but I need you to get back in this fight for your natural beauty. Reclaim your natural image. There is nothing wrong with you, nothing wrong with your hair, nothing wrong with the color of your skin. There's nothing wrong with your nose. There's nothing wrong with your lips. God knew exactly what he was doing when he made you, black woman. The creator don't make no mistakes. He made you that way so you would stand out amongst the women of the world, that you will stand out as the queen of humanity and the mother of civilization. Why is the mother of civilization imitating her children? Why is the mother of civilization imitating her children? Why is the mother of civilization imitating her children? I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear no excuses. Go natural. I don't want to hear no excuses. You will not be admitted into the first annual Conscious Singles Convention if you are not natural. Brothers and sisters, you will not be admitted into the first annual Dr. Umar Conscious Singles Convention if you are not natural. I'm telling you now, black woman. I'm telling you now, black woman. I'm telling you now, black woman. If you are not natural, you cannot attend my conscious convention. The conscious convention means just that. It is for conscious men and for conscious women. If you are not natural, you are not conscious. I don't care what you say. We are spending $54 million on ethnic hair products. Now, you're not spending as much as the weave and perm sisters. You're not spending as much as the weave and perm sisters, okay? They're spending more than 10 times as much money as you. So that's a good thing. You're only spending a fraction of what the weave and perm sisters are spending, but $54 million is too expensive. Do we have a couple companies out there that are making natural hair care products for brothers and sisters? Do we have natural black hair care product companies? Do we have any black folks out there making natural hair care and beauty products for our community? I'm asking a question. I'm asking a question because I think this is another area where we need to partner with our Caribbean African and continental African families. I think this is another area. Ethnic hair products. Black women in Africa been wearing their hair ethnically for millions of years. Black women in Africa been wearing their hair ethnically for millions of years, and they don't have European products. So we should be able to come up with a less expensive way to take care of natural hair. Come on, brothers and sisters. These are our problems to solve. The enemy created them, but they are our problems to solve. The enemy created them, but they are our problems to solve. Guess how much money we spending on frozen meat and seafood? Guess how much money we spending on chicken wings, turkey wings, pork chops, frozen shrimp? Guess how much money we spend on frozen meat? Black America spends is that 761? $761 million on frozen meat every year. $761 million on chicken, turkey, pork, shrimp, fish. $761 million a year. That's almost $1 billion on meat. And you wonder why we got heart disease. You wonder why we got cancer. You wonder why we got all these problems, brothers and sisters. You wonder why we got all these problems, brothers and sisters. There's too much money on meat. You could build a whole Black Wall Street on your frozen meat bill. You could build a whole Black Wall Street on your frozen meat bill. You can build a whole Black Wall Street on your frozen meat bill. That is ridiculous. And the meat is toxic. We're not getting organic. It's not naturally fed. We're not getting it from the black farmers. It is toxic meat, secondhand meat, old meat, stale meat. $761 million on bad meat. We are killing ourselves and financing it too. We are financing our own destruction. We are financing our own health problems. We are financing our own mortality. We are financing our own early exit to the ancestors. Brothers and sisters, we got to do better. Brothers and sisters, $761 million a year on frozen meat, that's not going to get us liberation. That is too much money. We ain't got no schools. We ain't got no hospitals, buses, transportation, program for elders, factories, supermarkets. No Black Wall Streets in this country at all. Nowhere can you go in America and find a black hospital, black school, black bank, and black supermarket in the same place. Not a single city in Black America. That is an embarrassment. Look at the money we spending. That is an absolute embarrassment. Look at the money we spending. That is an absolute embarrassment. Look at the money we spending. This doesn't include fast food chicken. This ain't fast food. This is frozen. This is what you buy yourself. This doesn't even include fast food. We spent $1 billion on fast food by itself. Shelf juice and drink. $1 billion on shelf juice and drink. You know, the orange juice that don't have to go in the refrigerator is in a plastic container. The apple juice that don't have to go in the refrigerator is in a plastic container. The ocean spray juice, the cranberry, all those juices that we get on the shelf. $1 billion on shelf juice a year. This is not going to cut it, Black America. This is not going to, you cannot blame Donald Trump for this. You cannot blame Donald Trump for this. You cannot blame Donald Trump for this. Guess how much we spent on insect repellent? $176 million on insect repellent. $176 million on insect repellent. And you know why that's ridiculous? In Africa, they have natural herbs that they use to repel the insects. We shouldn't be spending that at all. All we have to do is practice Sankofa. All we have to do is practice Sankofa. Go back to Africa and learn from our brothers and sisters on the continent how we can produce our own safe, natural, non-toxic insect repellent. $176 million for insect repellent. That is not going to get it. That is not going to get it. We have to take responsibility or we will be exterminated. We have to take responsibility or we will be exterminated. Let's go next. Lard and cooking oil. Lard and cooking oil. Guess what y'all spending to fry those chicken wings? Guess what y'all spending? Guess what y'all spending? To fry that fish. We are spending $352 million a year on lard, grease, and cooking oil. $352 million on lard, grease, and cooking oil. Brothers and sisters, are you crazy? Brothers and sisters, are you crazy? First of all, you shouldn't be eating fried food. You should not be eating fried food. You should not be eating fried food. The number one killer of Americans, especially black Americans, is heart disease. You should not be eating fried food. The number one killer of Americans, especially black Americans, is heart disease. You should not be eating fried food. We should not have a $352 million lard and cooking oil bill. If you add the frozen meat, $761 million on frozen meat, and you add that to the lard and oil, that's over $1 billion just to give yourself heart disease. We are spending $1 billion a year so we can get heart disease. Lord have mercy. We are a psychologically sick and dysfunctional and pathetic people. $1 billion between frozen meat and cooking grease, which you should not be eating either one at all. We are financing our own Holocaust. We are the first people in human history to help finance their own Holocaust. We are the first people in human history who are helping to finance our own Holocaust. Guess how much we spend on detergent? $830 million on washing detergent. $830 million on washing detergent. Somebody's crazy. And I know why you're spending so much money on washing detergent, because you're paying attention to the brand. We're spending too much money on brand name bleach and brand name washing detergent. And I do know there's a black-owned detergent company. There is a black-owned detergent company out there. There is a black-owned detergent company out there. Brother Troy, who's from Philadelphia, who took my Ifatunde course, he is a distributor for a black-owned detergent company. See, this is why we need the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. This is why we need the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy, so we can have a black producer and distributor conference so everybody who wants to buy black can buy black. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Everybody who wants to buy black can come to the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy campus once a month. We will have a Black Wall Street shopping extravaganza. Food, music, all black producers, black business owners. You can shop black once a month at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Guess how much we spend to barbecue our food? Charcoal and barbecue logs is costing us $43 million a year. Charcoal and logs is costing us $43 million. It ain't that much barbecue in the world. It ain't that much barbecue in the world. And I know in the South, it never get cold. So y'all be barbecuing down south all the time. It never gets cold down there. But $43 million is too much for a backyard barbecue so you can eat some heart disease. Stop financing your own mortality. Brothers and sisters, I have to wrap it up. We are not done. I didn't get to the black church. I didn't get to the HBCUs. I didn't get to Dr. Umar's reparation program. I didn't get to how Black Africa and Black America can work together to reclaim our greatness. We're going to do it before Kwanzaa is out. I'm going to choose one of the days in Kwanzaa to finish my economic message. And I'm going to choose one of the days in Kwanzaa to finish my relationship message from last night. As I close and get ready for the full moon meditation tonight that all of you should be participating in at 10:28, so we can access the blessings and gifts of the great divine mother energy that comes from the one almighty supreme architect and power of the universe. Rochester, New York, I will see you Saturday, January the 2nd at Allah's Kitchen, 2 to 8. Rochester, New York, I will see you Saturday, January the 2nd at Allah's Kitchen in Rochester. The new year starts in Frederick Douglass City. The new year starts in Frederick Douglass City. The new year starts in Frederick Douglass City, Rochester, January the 2nd, 2 to 8. No tickets, no registration, meet and greet, special ed drop-in. If you have questions for your children, let me know. You need me to look at the paperwork? I can take a look at your paperwork for free. Rochester on the 2nd. The very next day, Buffalo, New York. Buffalo, New York, January the 3rd at the Alfonso Raffi Green Jr. Center. Buffalo, New York, Fillmore Street, the Alfonso Raffi Green Jr. Center, 2 o'clock until 8 o'clock. Brooklyn, New York, Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad 71st, 72nd birthday commemoration on his birthday, Tuesday, January the 12th in Brooklyn, New York. Charleston, South Carolina, we will be at the Diamond Cuts Barber Lounge for the Black Parent Advocate book release on Friday, January the 15th, Dr. King's birthday. Dr. King's birthday, not the holiday, his birthday. Friday, January the 15th, Diamond Cuts Barber Lounge, Goose Creek, free, no tickets, no registration, Black Parent drop-in, special ed clinic. Bring your questions and your paperwork. Macon, Georgia for the first time. Macon, Georgia for the first time. Macon, Georgia for the first time. Saturday, January the 16th at the Homeland Cultural Center in Macon, Georgia. Saturday, January the 16th. All 4 events are 2 to 8. Rochester 2 to 8. Buffalo 2 to 8. Goose Creek, South Carolina 2 to 8. Macon, Georgia 2 to 8. Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, that's not a book release. That's 4 to 6 in Brooklyn on Tuesday, January 12th. If you need flyers, text my phone, 215-989-9858. If you need flyers, text my phone, 215-989-9858. Sign up for the Dr. Papa podcast. Text me for the link. Sign up for the For Sisters Only podcast. Text me for the link. If you enjoyed tonight's seminar and you want to make a personal donation to Dr. Umar, Cash App, $ Dr. Umar Johnson. If you want to make a personal donation to Dr. Umar, Cash App, $ DRUMARJOHNSON. No period, brother and sister. But donate to the school. Donate to the school. $ FDMG School. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware 19809. I love y'all. Happy Kwanzaa. We got 3 more nights, and then we have the new year. It is peace and Black power.